Hi, welcome to Two Tired Teachers, coming at you from
Jeff Busby Campground on the Natchez Trace.
the Jeff Busby Campground is similar to the first one we stayed at, Rocky Springs, in that not every campsite is a single campsite.
And we entered this actually heading south. We'd gone up to see some of the exhibits, and so as you're coming from the north, it's on your left. If you're coming from the south, it's on your right. And the sign that is there says Little Mountain, and then you turn to go up the campground. We're going to drive you through the campground. But on the right here, just past that tree, is the entrance to the first half of our campsite.
Yes.
And actually, the guy on the left took 2 campsites. These have some small drives and things. It is really confusing to see where is the campsite. And this is not a state park. This is not an RV resort. These are not numbered 1 through whatever. It's just there's a picnic table, sometimes a fire ring, sometimes a grill, and sometimes there's 1, sometimes there's 2. Over here on the right, there are about 3 different little drives that come in and out. And we looked at one of these, actually right before where this bus is, but we were concerned about someone
coming into the other end and blocking us in.
And as a matter of fact, the site we took was gorgeous. We loved it, but it was sort of an L shape. And when we went in, we saw that there was a Class A on the first half, and we'd driven around the campground a couple of times and decided we would just back in to the other half. And that worked out well. We were there 4 nights, and we shared our campsite 3 of those nights. With either Class C, Class A, or somebody that could back out. But you can kind of see here, there are several different drives, and none of those are the main road, and you're not really sure.
This is a bit confusing.
This is our campsite, and like I said, it was gorgeous. This is the view out our door. It was amazing, but we were sharing it.
Yes.
This, Jeff Busby was the guy that this campground is named for. This is the highest point in Mississippi. And so
it's less than 1,000 feet.
Yes, Mississippi is rather flat. And so that's why it's called Little Mountain. It's because this is as much of a scenic view as you're going to get in Mississippi. But anyway, it is a beautiful area, and we loved it. We enjoyed staying there. And honestly, had we known we would be sharing a campground, a campsite, I'm not sure we would have stayed, and we would have missed out.
Yes.
But if that's going to be something that's really going to bother you, we want to let you know before you go.
You may want to stay outside the trace.
And we're just trying to give an overview, and the restroom was clean. And there was 1 restroom there in the camping loop. The picnic area, I think the restroom was closed. But
they had where you could fill gallons of water.
They had a water fountain that had a faucet, and then there was just a faucet where if you needed fresh water, you could carry your gallon jugs or whatever over there, fill them, and then put that in your freshwater tank. But just like the other campgrounds that are actually on the Natchez Trace, this is dry camping.
Yes, but it's free.
It is free, and we loved it. We had a very relaxing time there, and it's just not like a campground we've been in before, but it was
gorgeous,
absolutely beautiful, and one of the prettiest campsites we've ever had.
I think it is too.
And so if you can get past the fact that you may have somebody on the front half or the back half, ours, like I said, was an L, and so literally one person was on this side and we're on this side, and it worked out great.
Great.
But I do want to mention one other thing, and that is the second night we were there, we had backed in and shared with someone the first night. Second night, we were coming back from the restroom, and it had started raining. It was really dark. It had been overcast
Yes.
that day. And we'd seen this guy driving around several times. We'd seen someone. We couldn't tell much about him. And finally, we stopped
flagged him down.
We had those headlights on. We stopped him and said, look, if you can back out, when you come around, turn in. The first right you can make, turn in. And it's supposed to be another campsite. So just turn in there, and then tomorrow you can look around and see if you find something you like better. A lot of people stay one night.
Yes.
Some people were there when we got there and still there when we left. So
That's
it's kind of one of those that if you like it, you stay a little longer. Or if you don't, you move on down the road. Thanks for watching Two Tired Teachers.